Hello. In SEAL Team Season 7 Episode 3 titled Ships in the Night, the team faces new challenges on and off the battlefield. In this review we break down the episode's intense action sequences, character dynamics, and key moments that stood out. How do the personal and professional lives of the team members collide in this thrilling installment? Join us as we dive deep into the latest episode and discuss what it means for the future of the Bravo team. SEAL Team Season 7 Episode 3 focused too much on Drew, and I'll have to get to know him better before I care about his family concerns. At the very least, the conclusion is in sight, as Ray and Jason wrestle with their futures. So let us start with Drew. What is your level of interest in him thus far? It's just been 3 episodes, and I'm already over the idea that an independent like Drew could have lasted this long in the service. Military life is a team sport. You cannot and should not attempt to do this alone. We don't need television to remind us that your life literally depends on the guy next to us. Drew's adversarial attitude does not win friends. And even if he did stand up when Jason needed him in the SEAL Team Season 7 opener, if you don't feel like you can rely on him all the time, that's going to be an issue. It might be easier to accept his introduction if the team wasn't in shambles, and we weren't already being forced to justify his behavior. Operations are enough to screw these people up, so it's difficult to conceive that whatever his family drama is could compete. Random podcasters seeking to dig up dirt on his family background may do little to bring SEAL Team to an end. Sure, whatever his family has done may be linked to the military as we know it today, but with only 7 episodes left, I'm not too concerned. Drew's nomination as a permanent Bravo team member has Omar terrified that Drew will become Jason's second after Ray retires. I'm sure Jason noticed something about Drew. There's a strong link, but I believe it stems from that personal moment when Drew stopped Jason's anguish by stabbing that kid in the mall. Jason's current experience goes much beyond his TBI. His nocturnal terrors have returned, and he is unsure of himself. He is making decisions based on different criteria than he did only a few months ago. He is taking risks that he would not normally take, which is troubling given that he also offered Ray another token for his burn box. Jason doesn't believe he'll make it, but if he continues like he has this season, it could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Ray put it perfectly when he told Omar that Jason was known to manage individuals differently depending on their needs and his. That is a desirable management characteristic, as long as everyone is aware of it. But Jason is aware of Drew's history, and we now know that Drew comes from a prominent family. Drew will most likely be won over by Bravo, who will recruit his family to ensure the command does not fail to implement their healthcare plans. While Jason's psychological issues persist, Ray is optimistic about a future in which the Navy takes a backseat to his family and Spencer House. I can't help but wonder how simple the shift will be for him. As much as he wants to be fully committed to Spencer House, his thoughts are typically elsewhere. His tour was uncomfortable and he's out of touch. Ray has military experience, but Naima knows firsthand about the consequences. As a result, she is a more effective public liaison. After all of the flashes, Ray should come in and put his heart on the line. Regardless, I can't help but wonder if the entire SEAL team will make it out alive. Jason's gloomy demeanor is one thing, but his excitement at retirement causes me concern. We see far too frequently how people get close to realizing their aspirations only to have them cut short by death. Every time I hear 6 weeks, my heart skips a beat. So much can happen in an instant. 6 weeks feels like an eternity. If not death, maybe a dishonorable discharge. Even though military brass wants Sonny's gear, his assault continues. 2 things can be true simultaneously. Lisa's suspicions about Bravo being set up to fail are valid. Bravo must earn Captain Walsh's trust by putting in some effort. He chose China and the fentanyl trade, 1 guy down and months on the bench. Everyone sees Bravo as the problem child, so when they're short a man, they bring in a bigger one. Lisa's future is similarly uncertain. She's implementing her first evolutionary approach in the new normal for SEALs. Did Walsh select Bravo because of her ties to them? Is he forcing them all towards the door? We're in for something significant before the SEAL team expires, but I'm not sure what it is. Have you got any ideas? How you feel? Are we spending too much time on him? Is Jason's attitude concerning you, or are you more concerned with Ray's 6-week stay being completed safely? Perhaps you didn't even consider this episode filler. How will I know, unless you express your thoughts? Please consider leaving a comment below.